Hey everybody, I'm sharing with you today some hot spiced apple cider. I had my very first job where I got an actual W-2, besides babysitting, at an apple orchard, and hot cider was something I never heard of until I had it there. And I still enjoy making it, but the stovetop, it's something you have to watch. It's something that can heat up the kitchen. So I am making it in an Instant Pot today, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I know my family will. So I am putting in an entire half gallon of apple cider. Obviously the cider is not homemade. I've never made it homemade. I don't plan on ever making it homemade. I live here in Michigan and we have about the best apple accessibility probably of most states. I think New York and Pennsylvania and California, Michigan and Washington are the top apple producing states. I heard that in trivia. Whether it's true or I remember it right, I can't promise you. I'm adding in a 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. Boink! That's a nice plop. Ground cloves.
Oh, please!
That was a teaspoon. About a half teaspoon of nutmeg.
Oh, please.
Yep, just like buddy.
Don't.
I'm adding in like a heaping teaspoon of allspice. Ground allspice, of course.
Oh, please.
Yep. You're going to add these in, okay? The cinnamon. A teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm going to go ahead and whisk this all together, get the sugar, everything mixed in nicely. It smells so good. Now the way I feel about this is you can't really go wrong because apple cider is so good on its own that I just have a hard time imagining we could screw it up with fall spices. And now that we've mixed in everything, we are going to add in the cinnamon sticks. We really like the number 7, so we're going to go ahead and add in 7 of these. Kelly, you want to add these for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if you don't have a little 1-year-old to throw them in for you, you could do it yourself. Make sure it's on seal, not vent. Make sure it's on seal, not vent. We're going to go pressure cook. I'm going to go high for 8 minutes. And then I'm going to let it naturally release the pressure, which actually cooks it a bit longer. And then I'm going to let it keep warm after that because we are going to not be in the kitchen while this cooks. Okay, so it's actually been 37 minutes and I'm just going to do a quick release for the rest of it. Really shouldn't take much, but my kids want to drink this, so. So once we took the lid off, I stirred everything up, just got everything nice and mixed again. And apple cider has a lot of sediment anyways, and with all of the spices, it's kind of a thicker beverage, but it was very good. My whole family loved it, including myself. If you don't love spice, you might want to tone it down, but we drank the entire thing, and it even stayed warm on the warm setting for like 4 hours, and we just kept drinking some of it. Also, if you're above the age of 21, I highly recommend adding Fireball to it for an extra cinnamon pow and a little bit of adult beverage time. Please let me know below if you try it or if it sounds good to you. Like the video and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys.